and they're left out
There
of.
we go. Right. Okay. So those of you who know us will recognize us here as the aggressive, young, middle-sized player in terms of malware and content filtering. We're now very proud to be filtering in more than 100 countries. We're just approaching 110. We are protecting up to peaking at about 2 billion clicks per day right now, using our global Anycast cloud, which we continue to evolve with new features for providing a more reliable service. And we are about bringing low-cost, affordable malware and content filtering to all forms of marketplace, especially in the small, medium business, the schools, government, public hotspots, and ISPs. And we only sell indirectly. Okay, so this is a very critical part of what we do. It's 100% indirect sales channel. So we aim to put you guys in control to avoid oversaturating the market with channel partners. Very important, giving you the confidence to invest and move forward with us. Okay, and just to recap, our goal here is to create the flash start service, allow you to create this in an easy way for your customers that is low cost. So the technology works with any router. There's no need to change the router in the end user. Then that router becomes configured to point towards our flash start cloud, and that installation can be done remotely. It's fast to deploy. And with with one of the options of deployment, you can also integrate with Active Directory and create IP workgroups to have individual filtering. Okay, and this all adds up to building the right forms of safe web surfing. And as resellers, many of you look to bundle selling new routers as you engage your customer with these the flash start technology. You look to offer free trials and find reasons for them to create compelling reasons for deploying this types of technology. We want to help you to reveal those benefits to your customer around some of the tactics we're going to be sharing this morning. Now, it's critical that, of course, we're supporting the right types of business model for you, as well as a very relevant form of technology which provides the relevant business benefits. And so you're going to be looking at us, whether you're a reseller, a managed service provider, or an ISP, with different expectations of what you wish to have in terms of business model. So we support both annual and monthly contracts. We support user-based pricing models. We support ISP-based pricing models. We support hotel, campsite, vehicle-based pricing models. We support multi-layer distribution. We seek to implement our distribution models, avoiding what I might call destructive competition. So we're looking to keep a slim and efficient channel with helping you to create an efficient operating model to maximize your margins, because we're in this for a profit. This is a low-cost service, but it's a profitable service, and to allow you to benefit from white labeling, so you can bring this to your customers with your own brand, which is important for some aspects, some particular distribution channels that will attend this, such as ISPs. Okay. I think I've probably covered that on the call already. So in terms of what we're doing and the customer benefits, just in one slide, it's about protecting everyone on the network behind the router, whether you're on a laptop, whether you're on a PC, whether you're on some other device like a phone or a tablet, as long as you're locked behind the router. This has been the classic domain for protection of Flashdot. I'm going to talk about in a second the extensions to this and bring in the smart worker and the home worker. So this is all about the ability to filter threats that are born on the internet. Okay, so every day, large numbers of valid and reputable websites do become compromised. They become compromised with people injecting redirection and malware that serves to create threats to their business, to their school environment, to their work environment, like ransomware and phishing, attacks on applications as well. Sorry, the printer's just going off in the background there. And so we bring a very effective method to help mitigate your ultimate end user from going to those sites. Okay, those what were valid sites, to prevent going there until those sites recover to be again working as properly understood. This is a very important part of filtering. As you know, we don't provide protection against attachments on email. We don't provide protections for someone putting a USB stick in. We're absolutely focused on the threats coming out of the internet, the pure internet, which is where this technology is so strikingly effective, because once put in, it updates in real time or near real time and will provide a very good level of protection to this, and should be combined like other security strategies with other forms of defense. Just like at home, we shut the garden gate, we lock the front door, we close the windows, we have a burglar alarm. We're combining different forms of security together. And this form of security, being low cost, easy to deploy, easy to implement, easy to maintain, is a very basic and effective form of defense. Now, as well as the malware piece, as you know, we're providing the ability to filter based upon content, and the effectiveness of content filtering varies depending upon what type of use case you have. So in schools, the blocking of social media, which in turn can be reused for bullying and distractions. In the workplace, the removal of other distractions, maybe social media again, or gambling, and especially blocking the use of porn in the workplace can be very important. And then there are different levels of this for different types of users. So we refer to sensitive users being legal people and finance people and HR people, where they have a particular high sensitivity that if they're exposed to forms of malware, they're particularly vulnerable to some high value content, passwords, credit card details, etc., being compromised in that. So we call those sensitive users, and we have some specific ways to create services that are more appropriate to that community. And then through all this, we can deploy in two models. A kind of a group level filtering, where you filter the sales force, the operations, the management teams, typically 3 to 5 groups for an organization, or that's called the pro model, and the pro plus model, which allows you to have individual granular filtering of the users. Okay. And that a very common model of that is to deploy with Active Directory and have full integration to the Active Directory deployed there. It's not 100% dependent on Active Directory, but that's one way to do it. Now, the important extension we are just going to share with you this morning is, I'm going to skip on that a second, is Client Shield, which is the possibility that a a worker leaves the environment of the office, or a child comes home from school, and the device that they're using has a flash start application which will continue to enforce the rules that were in that school or that office during the normal working environment. And we're very excited about this. So Client Shield is the name, and it's Home and Smart Workers. It is a downloadable application coming from the Google Store, the Apple Store, and Windows, and it will reside on that device. It's designed to be tamper resistant, and will then ensure that the DNS packet, there's a DNS technology, so the DNS packet will route back into that common flash start community, and having secured, checked up, and have approved access to a website looking at content, will apply the rules governing malware, governing content access, and will then allow the download of the materials to that device should it pass those security tests. So this is something that is very effective, and we're optimizing for low bandwidth networks, for 3G networks, for poor Wi-Fi networks, but will work extremely well, of course, in high capacity networks, which is a much easier situation. So we're making formal announcements now, and through June we're going to be making demos of this, and we're shipping the first releases of this in July, initially Windows and Android, and then on to Chromebook, iOS, and Mac following later in the year. Okay, so
David,
yes, please, Francesco.
If I can add something about 30-second Client Shield, I am following our developers team, and it's a model. It's a very hot feature. We had during lockdown hundreds and hundreds of requests coming from schools, from company, from a remote worker, from a sales agent, also traveling around the world. So I think that hopefully next week we'll be able to release our very first beta, and every one of you will receive a very nice invitation to become a Client Shield beta tester. So you will be able to use it for free for at least 3 or 4 months. And by the beginning of July, we will also release the Android Client Shield version. So Windows will come first, and then at the same time in July we will release the Android application and the Chromebook application, because lots of schools especially are requesting an application for Chromebook. So that's a very hot and nice topic. The whole company, the whole Flexer team is really excited about giving this new feature, that it's very important to understand that it will be fully integrated in your company or school environment. So for example, dealers and resellers like you will be able to manage their customers' Client Shield activation directly through the multi-tenant dashboard. Okay, the total integration, the global integration with the company's environment is fully guaranteed, and it's a very important topic, because I think that we will help a lot network administrators' lives. Here we are, David.
Okay, very good, very good. So
just few days, just 1 week of patient, and then the reserved download link will be delivered to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Francesco. Thank you. So let's move on to the heart of the topic here then, and I'm just going to turn the slide. Oops, daisy. Turn the slides there, and we'll look at some positioning here. So we're looking here at the potential markets to address. for you as channel partners. The small office, trains, bus, residential, education industry, the market to replace what we might call as the gorillas in the room, the Fortinets and the Sophos, and value-added services for running your customers' facilities for them. And then your positions here either as a managed service provider, an ISP, or a reseller. Okay, so a few comments. There's a huge opportunity for helping customers to rethink the office space, particularly in the small office area. There's two key trends here. The first is the trend that's always been there in terms of exposure to malware and the very obvious problems that are caused in that. And the second is that the presence of home working as more of an intrinsic part of the experience for the workplace and the school place. So this is clearly an open market. It's an area where the Flash Start product works very well. It's a difficult area for traditional suppliers of hardware appliances to work in, and we'd like to help you target that. And I'll say some more things about that in a moment. Okay. The education and larger industry sectors, enterprises, typically, 50 to 100 people. These guys tend to be, built around work groups, have more advanced expectations in terms of how they manage their staff and what their staff can do, more rules. But the well-established markets, again, but not serviced so well by typically all of the incumbent vendors like a Fortinet or a Sophos, who are typically more established in the larger companies. Yep. So this again is a price-sensitive market requiring effective tools as we provide. And then the classic market here, which many of you may address here and be supplying products like Fortinet and Sophos. There's a problem, of course, with large downward pressure on budgets, and for yourselves, a bit of a conflict for wanting to maintain that business, receive the maintenance, and try and do the right thing here as best you can. So the key aspect here to keep in mind is that these types of technologies can coexist also with Flash Start. Yep. They can coexist with providing home working to this community. They can coexist with migrating malware feeds off of the Fortinet, off of the Sophos appliance, and using Flash Start for that to lower the overall costs, lower the overall ongoing costs. Okay, so we can help you construct those offers, and you'll find more papers coming out around that to help you. And then, of course, we can help you with specifically on the managed services side with the running of white label services priced on a monthly basis to address that kind of classic market of servicing those types of users. Okay. So let's have a look inside the sales tools at the demo tools providing sales tools providing online to help you reach your customers and deliver the messages. So Francesco.
Okay. Now we are moving to the live section, and you'll be delighted of watching our newest sales tool that are part of our offer and are embedded and are included into our offer. Okay, David, let's switch to a browser, to a new browser tab. Okay, no, it's okay. Simply click back again on Chrome. Okay, here we are.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
can everyone see David's screen? Is everything clear? David, could you please press Ctrl+ in order to enlarge a little bit the character?
Of course.
Control
Yeah.
plus. Control plus. I think. Okay. Fine. Okay. We can see you.
Okay. So we are looking at the main dashboard when you log in. On the top left-hand corner, we've got access to the protection setup for creating different profiles for users. We're not going to go into that. We're going to stick down here in terms of the facilities for looking at customers and prospects, and looking at the sales tools and setting up my profile in particular. Okay, so I'm going to go down here to my profile first, which is the part of the application we provide for you in terms of helping you simply to use links and materials that will bring your brand in front of the customer and help to gather sales leads in the easiest way. Okay, so this is an entirely editable form you're seeing in front of you here. It's set up as IP safe company. You know, I can just extend that. I've kind of set this up to avoid making a hash of my typing, as I normally do. Add my number in here. Okay, we'll go 44.
For it, okay, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put a number in there. My website, my VAT, which is only required actually in terms of the maintaining your current VAT number for the commercial side of the operation. Email address, and you'll see down at the bottom is where you can upload your logo. We got one here, IP Technologies, very simply, and then click modify. Saves all that. Okay, so this information is great in that it then allows you to use the sales tools more effectively. So by clicking on the sales tools here, I have access to some of the important resources, and I'll start up here with the promo link. Just to click on that. So this is where there are some pre-configured links that you can use and embed within your emails. Another communication to your customers for encouraging them to start a trial or requesting information. So if I just copy that link there, okay, I'm going to open another browser here, paste it in. Okay, you'll see that I've now accessed a landing page, which is it is Flashstart branded, but you see here this demo is offered by, and this is the company name inserted just a minute ago, the phone number just added, the email, your website, and importantly your branding, your logo here. Okay, so
just to add, since we only work through indirect channels, so through partner, we guarantee that any trial registration coming from your market, coming from your website, or coming from your customer is totally chained to your company, and nobody else apart you will get in touch with the customer. So we have a full respect over our partners network, because our partner network is the unique, the only way to go to the market. So the tools you will see totally guarantee a perfect chain of your customer to you. I can guarantee it personally as a company's CEO.
Yep. Yeah. So this then invites your prospect to complete the details, which is nice and automated, so it avoids any manual process. Once that is completed, actually it will appear into your prospect list back here, new registrations. Okay. Yep. Okay. I beg your pardon. Will appear, yes, into the prospect list here. So you can track them, and you'll receive information in terms of trial status, expirations, registration data, what have you. This is your personal data. Let me pop back into Sales Tools. just to say the second link in here is an information request. So this is, typically an email, Mr. Customer, we're launching the Client Shield. It's all about protection of smart workers, home working. Click here if you want to receive information. So it just makes it really easy to get the flow out, to get the communication out, to start this very fast. There's no dependency upon the marketing team to go and write the HTML pages and what have you, or outsource it. We're trying to make this as simple as direct as possible. So this is the promo link. Now the promo email is allowing you to create in 2 minutes your campaigns with also that branded message. Okay, so you'll see if I come in here, we've got some standard emails I can select. So I will just pick an email campaign here for companies. Don't let your business be damaged by internet threats. Okay, you'll see that appears immediately in front of me with the logo and with a nice, simple, effective message. Here's help to improve your productivity, stop legal browsing, control distractions, mitigate cyber threats, protect sensitive data, do all this with GDPR, and deploy minutes, etc., etc. This link in here comes back to your branded landing page, and your name is represented down here, okay, in your company. Okay.
Consider it as a template. By downloading or by sending to your email, you can change anything you want. Yeah. That's a proposal, that's a template, but you can add whatever you want to make it better. Yeah,
so you can download the HTML here and modify that, or you can click on the send by email button. Now immediately, if you want to be very immediate, if you want to be very simplistic about this, but very effective, is that you can copy and paste out of your email, your Gmail, up to 50 recipients in here. Okay, so you can put Fred at gmail.com and separate by a comma and add other email addresses up to 50, and then press the send button and they're gone. Okay, it's gone. Okay, and then the system will automatically help you track those landing and take the leads and display the leads as I showed before up here in the customer list, the prospect list behind that. Okay, so that's very useful, we hope, and I will add to that. If you have requests for different forms of emails you'd like to see constructed, just drop us a line and we'll be happy to add to that. It's an appropriate point here to mention some useful videos in terms of helping you get a first sale, some videos here, and some very specific things down here in terms of the content and malware filter itself in more detail, which you may need engaging further conversations. But also look to us to help you in terms of running webinars. Okay, we'll be delighted to do that. Third one down is the promo card. I'm going to just dive into that, and I'll show you a little bit more about this in a second when we come back to the slides. But this is effectively, as it says, a gift. It's all about another way to offer a free trial. It's about the generation of PIN codes to activate a free trial, and you can just see the concept here and we're showing a kind of a credit card size item where we will emboss your logo with some simple messages. We could do any languages on here you wish, stop malware, control, and a unique PIN number. So whenever a prospect who might end up with one of these from a trade show or from it being inside shipping a router box, whenever they end this and go to the website down here, this code is indeed locked or as we say, chain to your business, okay? So this will appear as your prospect starting the free trial, and you'll be notified of that, okay? All about helping you with minimum hassle to stimulate free trials, okay? And lock them to the purchasing chain. Okay, now when you request these of us, if you press the request button here, you can select your language. If it's not on here, we'll happily work with you to develop other things. We might need a bit of help. It'll ask for the quantity. How many of these do we want? So we can order some particular volumes. Is it a 30-day trial? What format do we want it? A3, A4, A5. Contact us about other things. This is the printing format, actually. This is the printing format, okay? So then
David, the lowest one is the A5. A5 is the lowest format for
right
from our partners network.
Right. So then we will provide you effectively an A4 PDF, which will have multiple copies of either a postcard size, a credit card, or a sticker size. So then you can make the hard copy locally, okay? Okay, so we tick the box, upload the logo, and then send that off. And we'll process that. So there are some prerequisites to this in terms of, what your commitment to us as a reseller to get the stuff going. But the entry points for all of our commercial schemes are quite reasonable. So what I'm saying is that we will require that you commit to us with some investment in products and services to get access to this kind of stuff. Yeah, Francesco,
David,
you going to
say? Just to add, the activation codes will be printed within your postcard, credit card,
yes.
or a sticky label. But it's very important to understand, guys, that your trial code that will be used by your end user will be pre-chained to your company. So you can exactly track trial in a box code, and you will see that as soon as the registration from an end user of yours will come through a trial in a box code, your end user will be totally chained to your company. It's very important for me to guarantee the total transparency and the total respect of my company towards partners network.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, so we'll just come out of that one for now. And the last area down here is information resources, which is access to data sheets, product information. I'm showing here the English version. We have support for multiple languages on all this kind of stuff. Okay, so that I think is where I want to go to in terms of demoing inside the product right now. So I'm just going to stop sharing, and I'm going to go back into the PowerPoint I was running. Francesco?
Okay. We are here.
Are we here?
Can you see the slide?
Oh yeah. Okay. So here we have, just to emphasize it, one of these trial cards. You can see the brand added. This is in our own brand. You can see a bit more clearly the PIN number here, which is, as you say, locked to you. Okay. It's a very nice feature. Okay. Have as many of these as you want once you've qualified with the necessary commitment to us. Okay. Example here of the pin taped to the side of a MikroTik router board box. Okay, right, competition. I got some simple mapping of pricing, malware protection, geo-blocking against Cisco Umbrella and DNS Filter. So Cisco Umbrella, Cisco brought OpenDNS, and it is the gorilla of this space. We are moving to grow our share more and more in that space. But I would like, and we also have DNS Filter on here, who are a niche supplier. also quite well known in the market. I would just like to emphasize our value here to you, okay? So we are by far and away the most aggressively priced player in the market. We all provide professional malware protection. We supply also geo-blocking support, so I haven't touched upon that, but that's the ability to, as well as filter content malware, but filter by country. For example, filter out maybe Russia because you associated with lots of malware, or filter out everything but your home country because you want to restrict people into that particular domain. Okay, that's a nice feature. The ability to integrate with Active Directory or native Windows agents, that's something we provide natively. We lead on that as well. GDPR compliancy. As a European company, we make it our business to be fully GDPR compliant. The other players do can be kind of configured to do GDPR compliancy, but we do see some issues in some cases there. So just take care. And we provide the ability to filter individually, which some vendors don't, and the ability to provide some pretty nice reporting also at group and individual levels. Okay, so I'm just reinforcing here, what I can say much more simply. We are absolutely the value player, offering excellent pricing with a low service, only through the channel, and we construct the financials to ensure you can make good margins compared to the competition on this. Okay, to be attractive.
Very good margin.
Very good margin. Okay, so where are we now? Nearing the end, I think. Okay, so what next? I'd encourage you to further register, make the trials, make trials with your end users, and take these materials, and push them out. If you get stuck in terms of trials not being taken, contact us. We'll help you. If you get stuck with customers taking trials and problems with adoption and conversion into sales, contact us. We'll take a look at that. If you want to get very intimate with your customers and create webinars for them specifically, contact us. We'll work with you on that, and we'll provide you with further training, and we'll provide demo accounts with rich data sources as well. Okay, to help you implement and move forward. Okay.
Yeah.